Nothing different.
Spotify taking away comics' money. That's different.
Yeah, that's actually kind of interesting story. So like Spotify,
You're kind of on the inside of this.
yeah, there's a so essentially the way that Spotify and these streaming companies pay musicians, they pay the two different royalty fees. There's a performance fee and a producing like writing fee.
Yeah.
Right? Because some people are writing their own songs and some people aren't. So like, let's say, for example, Maroon 5 or Beyonce, for example, she gets a performance fee for the streaming, but there's also a team of people that help put together that song and they also get paid for the production of it. Yeah. So Spotify has to pay those two royalties. So basically, some people in the comedy space started saying, hey, we're performing and we're writing. We want both royalties too. You giving it to these musicians, why don't you give it to us?
Yeah.
And Spotify just said, nope.
Yep.
And just yanked Kevin Hart, a bunch of these other people out. Yeah. And I think it really comes down to the fact that like their business is not contingent on people listening to comedy.
No.
And not that many people are just listening to comedy.
Yeah.
I will say though, real quick brag, Raw Dog is on Sirius XM and Pandora, the station.
Yep.
Both albums that we released this year, #1. It's the first time they had two #1 albums, so that was pretty cool. Thank you guys very much. You know what I mean? Only getting paid one royalty, you cheap fucks. But I appreciate it. But it is an interesting thing, especially with comedy, because comedy is collaborative. There's so oftentimes you'll give me a tag, I'll give you a tag, right? And we do comedy together. I don't know if musicians are collaborative without credit. Like, I don't know if...
Oh, no, everybody gets credit.
Everybody gets credit.
If you put one word on the track, you're a writer on
You're a
that
writer
song.
on the track. Yeah. So in order to do that with royalties... So in order to do that in royalties for stand-up, right? All of a sudden, you got to talk to all your boys that were in the green room in fucking Omaha. You're like, yo, I think you gave me that one tag about nail clippings. All right, here you go. Get a little piece of the strip. You know what I mean? And what... Sorry.
No, I'm just saying that's going to be hard to do.
It's a hard thing because culturally... The way comedy works is somebody could have said something in as reference to the joke. Yeah. And then you're like, oh, that'd be really funny. Can I use that? And then they're like, yeah, sure, use it.
Someone in the audience will
say something. Might say something. I was just about to say that.
Yeah.
So it's almost like, as much as I want us to get another royalty check and I want it to be good, it will create other problems. And that's okay too. We'll solve those problems, as we get there. Or we just have to go, if we put it out, that's ours and it's just all ours.
Yeah.
But it will create issues, especially if you find out motherfuckers getting crazy checks. Yeah. If somebody's getting $10,000 a month for a joke that you gave a bunch of tags to, helped out right, you're like, yo, take care of your boy a little bit.
A little bit. Throw me something.
So, I don't know. What do you guys think?
I just don't know. First of all, I don't know how much comedians make on Spotify, period.
Right.
Like the royalties are like 0.004 cents per dollar or some shit like that.
Right.
And I also don't know. I lost what the fuck I was going to say. They're leveraged. They don't have leverage.
Yeah.
They got no leverage.
That's it.
Who gives a fuck? Comedy's off Spotify. Who gives a fuck? The only leverage they have is PR, and I don't think people care.
Yeah.
Chappelle used PR to get back Chappelle's show. Comics aren't on Spotify. Nobody cares.
Yeah. There's single musicians that have more plays than all of comedy combined on Spotify.
Yeah.
And so they're like, it's just not, I don't think they're looking at that as like their business, like expansion model. So they're like, fuck it.
Yeah. It's like we could pay out more for something that doesn't make us any money. It might even in some weird convoluted way cost them money. Like just having to keep that kind of stuff up there, update album
the amount
art.
of bandwidth they need or
Exactly. Yeah, something. I don't know if it actually does, but like, so it's just like, this is already a nuisance.
Yeah.
And we're doing it just because we want people to be able to listen to everything.
Yeah.
And now you're going to ask for more when we're already losing on you guys.
Now it seems like where it could come back to bite them is if they're trying to expand into music and podcasting. If the podcasters happen to be comedians and then they piss off the comics that make them not want to do the deal, then it could impact them down the line. But I think if they have a big enough bag to throw at a comedian to do a podcast on the platform exclusively, then they just
Spotify want to throw me $100 million.
Yeah.
Fuck them comics.
And those are the numbers I'm sure they ran.
Yeah, listen to me on Pandora.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like, y'all
Raw
figure it
Dog
out.
Radio on Sirius.
Yeah, dude. I guess that is what it is. Yeah, I don't even think it was them like trying to big dick. I think it was just like, it's just not worth it.
Yeah. Let's take this money, add a new feature to the site, make Unwrapped better.
Yes.
Like what's going to bring us actual listeners?
You made a really good point about Unwrapped.
What's Unwrapped?
The Spotify at the end of the year, all the shit you listen to.
Yeah.
You want to share that?
I mean, this is like a tweet that people have been passing around, but basically like Spotify Unwrapped is like how they make your data, they make it cool for people to use your data.
Like everybody's sharing the fact that Spotify mined their data all year and listened to every single thing and watched, observed every single thing they did on the platform, and they packaged it in a way that was cool enough where we want to share it. Like this is all the information I gave this company. So they could use to find more people like me.
Every platform needs to do it unwrapped.
Like
because then it makes it like, oh yeah, we all know that you're taking our data, but at least make it fun for us.